Hello, class 5. Well, we are almost towards the end of our value education class, right? We've had a tremendous session. We have learned to do things differently. We had participated in so many activities related to moral education, right? Related to value education. We had participated, and I really laud your efforts related to the same. I really owe you all my best wishes and loads of love, because for the efforts you have put in to create videos, you have put in to actively involve yourself in activities which of course you know that you will not be assessed on, which of course you know that you will not be examined on. Still you did it with full zeal and gusto. So I really laud your efforts. Okay, now coming back to today's class, yes, I will pick up one of the two chapters which I had decided to read out, and then give a particular activity, which of course you can do it in your leisure time. There is no compulsion that you have to mail me, that you have to shoot a video. There is no compulsion now, you have to do this, and you have to mail it to dpsfb.five@gmail.com. Because why, children? Because it's our final examinations which is knocking, isn't it? And we, as I have been telling again and again in all my audiovisuals, in all my live classes, that we have to set a goal and we have to achieve it anyhow. We have to prove to our teachers and parents, yes, we have that fire in us, we have that light in us, and we can show it to everybody. We have learned to do things differently, and we did it with full enthusiasm, and we have done it and got the desired result, and we have done it at our best possible efforts, and we have of course got the desired result, right? So good morning, good afternoon and good evening from Gargi ma'am to each one of you. I just met you yesterday, right? We just had a long revision class. We had a long live class. Yes, I'm a little sad also. I'm going to miss you, next year. I'm going to miss you next year. I'm a little sad, right, children? But then we will all be in the same school, right? Even we do not know who is going to teach whom what. But still, yes, I had an affinity towards y'all, because I had this whole session, a session which is totally different from the normal one. And I have taught you throughout the year. I have participated in your activities. You had participated in my activities actively. We've had fun. We've shared joy. Yes, I did shout at you too, right? But then it's all a part of our education, or it's a part of our school life, right? So let us do the chapter from book number 8, children. Book number 8. And coming to book number 8, I have come across something very beautiful in your it's an integrated book, right? So the last page before your glossary, where you get the new words for me, it's called computer manners. See, this is also called a graphic story. So beautifully done up. See, computer manners. This is the book which we are doing. We are doing a chapter from this on value education. But while flipping through the page, I have come across this particular computer manners. Since digital education is in vogue, that means it's at its peak. So we need to know a lot of computer manners, especially when we go back to school, especially when we visit the computer lab, when we are all sitting together, sharing systems, sharing devices. So there are certain etiquettes, isn't it, which are to be followed not only by you, by us also as teachers. Supposing we are in the computer room and sharing a particular device, so there are certain manners and etiquettes and rules and regulations which are to be maintained by adults as well as children. So there are little graphic stories which are there in your integrated book, which draws a lot of my attention, because I really love illustrated stories, stories with dialogues and drawings. I just love that. Right, now let us turn to the page where we have the value education chapter. All right, and it is called the feast. Right, it is chapter number 10. Yes, I have intentionally picked up this story for today's class. The feast, page number 70. All right, what do you mean by feast? Bada khana, isn't it? Feast means, you have a feast when there's a celebration at home. You have a feast when you are visiting maybe a wedding invitation. You have a feast maybe when you go for a picnic, isn't it? You have a feast maybe when you will attend the farewell from DPS Fulbari, when you go to the 12th standard. So feasts are basically a food which is going to have all variety of delicacies in it, all varieties of items in it. So that is called a feast. Now let us see what is the story. Now Maya Angelou, Maya Angelou, she is a very, very famous personality. She's been an activist, she's been a writer, she's been very vocal about certain things which are not correct. So she's been very vocal. So she has mentioned a particular caption out here, or her quote out here. It is time for parents to teach young people early on that in diversity there is beauty and strength. So diversity, we of course know unity in diversity, isn't it? We had already done that particular activity in our class, right? So similarly, she said that parents also should start teaching and tutoring children that there should be nothing called hatred towards a particular religion, hatred towards a particular caste. We are all equal. The other day I was just reading an article. There's this advocate, a lawyer from Karnataka. She's been fighting for the last 10 years to get a no caste certificate. Can you imagine? No caste certificate. I'm sure that in the coming years, when y'all graduate to different classes, maybe higher than classes 9 and 10, a lot of things will change in India. A lot of things. Reservation will be taken off. Maybe like reservation like this particular caste, that particular caste, and casteism. Maybe. I'm just being apolitical. I have nothing political or vested views in what I'm saying. I'm just giving you an idea. Children, there might be a time where everybody will be treated as same, where every caste is going to be given the equal importance. So this lady I was talking about, yesterday only I had come across the particular article on this lady. I'm so sorry I can't give you the name now. But I was amazed, she's been fighting for the last 10 years to get herself a no caste certificate, and she's finally won it. The Supreme Court's given her a green signal. So it's a big victory, like she's set an example. There should be no hatred towards any category. There should be no hatred or dislike towards any caste. We should treat every individual to be equal. Remember, all the world is a rainbow, that beautiful poem which we had. Yes, in that poem, what is it told? It's told that we are all artists in the stage of God. Right. God has set up a stage. We are all artists, and we all have to perform our own functions, right? We all have to do that, and on our actions we will be rewarded. So similarly, coming back to this particular chapter, that is what Maya Angelou's is trying to portray, right? Now, from behind the stories, Gaurang is very finicky about food. So finicky means is a picky eater or is a very choosy eater. Means eta khabo na, wo nahi khana, ye nahi khana, or that. Okay. So he is also very stubborn. Stubborn means obstinate. Like very fixated. That if I have to do this, I have to do this. मुझे अगर ये करना है तो मुझे ये करना ही है. मुझे किसी का बात नहीं सुनना है. आमी काउर कथा शुनबो ना. All right. So that is what this particular character in this story is being portrayed by the narrator. If his favorite dishes aren't cooked at home, he refuses to eat. That is why he often skips his meals. So he's so picky that if his mom or maybe whosoever is cooking at home, even dads are great cooks, I would say. So whosoever is cooking at home, if they do not cook or they did not cook his, we say pasandita khana, okay, choiceable meal, he refuses to eat it. Just see, look at the tantrums he's been throwing. He eats alone at school because he doesn't want to share others' lunch. So he's a loner basically. His friends at school, Geetika, Murali and Nazreen, don't like this habit of his. Murali, curiously, why don't you have lunch with us, Gaurang? Gaurang, I am quite choosy. I'm quite choosy about the food I ate. So he says it with an air and, I'm quite choosy about the food we eat. Murali, so? Gaurang, you will not like it if I don't share my food with you or eat yours. So he basically stays aloof, alone. A-L-O-O-F means loner, aloof, alone. Kitika, calmly, we are friends, Gaurang. We won't mind. Nazreen, yes, you do not need to share your food. Gaurang, but I prefer eating alone. Still, he was fixated in his views, he was obstinate. Murali, your wish. All of them walk away. The next day, everyone at school has brought the traditional dish of his or her state. How wonderful. I wish we could do that in school someday. Let's see. Fingers crossed. When the protocols are going to be laid down that you can share your tiffin with somebody, that's the time we can take an idea about on this from this book, right? As of now, we are not supposed to share anything with anyone. It'll be like his, whose. It's like my, and yours. No sharing, no touching. Because I'm sure you all have brothers and sisters in higher classes, in classes 9, maybe 10, 11, 12. So they would be going to school, isn't it? They've already gone to school from today, isn't it? It's the 12th of February. So the schools have reopened for 9 upwards, right? Where a lot of protocols are to be maintained. Now, Murali, excited. I have brought dosa and idli. I have enough idlis for all of us to feast on. Nazreen, I have got Kashmiri pulao. So the name itself, Nazreen, states that, she's from Kashmir. It is a delicacy in Kashmir. What is a delicacy? It's a special kind of food. Geetika, I have brought khakra. It is a famous snack from Gujarat. But Gaurang has forgotten to bring a traditional dish. He can see everyone enjoying their meal and sharing it in the canteen. So they also have a canteen. And I'm sure the old students of mine, they know how beautiful we have a canteen at DPS. I'm telling you, children, you will not miss a single day school the moment you join back. You would feel that this is heaven on earth. But he is so hesitant to join his friends. What does hesitant mean? Second thoughts, whether I should do or whether I shouldn't. Murali sees Gaurang sitting alone in one corner, looking at his lunchbox. Murali, out of concern, come, join us, Gaurang. Gaurang, softly, I have not brought any traditional dish. Murali smiling, that's okay. We have enough food. So Murali was a very sweet little friend of Gaurang, isn't it? I mean, she said, that's okay. Or he. I think Murali is he. That's okay. We have enough food, so we'll share that with you. There should not be any give and take when it's a friend. You know, when it's a matter of friendship, there should be nothing like giving and taking, isn't it? It should be a neutral relationship. Gaurang joins Murali, Gitika and Nazreen on the table. Gaurang looks at the delicacies laid out on the table. They look tempting and smell good. He puts a piece of kakra in his mouth, which tastes like crispy crackers. Yes. So kakra is very delicious. I have been fortunate enough to have maybe more than twice, because I have a relative in the family who happens to be a Gujarati. Yes, kakras are very, very tasty, and I love having them with coffee or maybe tea. Gitika, do you know that kakra is made of whole wheat and served in breakfast? It is crispy, isn't it? So, Gitika also gave an overview of what is kakra actually. It is served as an item for breakfast. Nazreen, yes, it is. Do you know that we use a lot of dry fruits to garnish, means to decorate the Kashmiri pulao? Yes, children, Kashmiri pulaos and biryanis are like Hyderabadi biryanis are like awesome, isn't it? So every state in India, you see, have their own way of cooking, and I tell you, each of those items are so yummy and delicious. All right, and this is indeed a very nice idea. Once everything is settled, once everything gets over, once the vaccines are out and it is rolled out for the common people, we will surely have this in school. All right, we're going to cook and bring from home, and maybe we will share it during our lunch break. All right, fingers crossed. Murali, the dosas made at my home are different from the ones available in the market. You must try it. So look at them. They're so sweet. They are offering Gaurang everything, One is offering Kashmiri pulao. The other one's offering Gujarati kakra. The other one is offering dosa. Yes, dosa happens to be one of my favorites too. While his friends are having, don't you think you're feeling hungry listening to all this? I am, I am getting sounds, in my tummy when I'm listening to all this, the food. Yes, I'm feeling hungry too. All right. While his friends are having this conversation, Gaurang starts admiring the diversity of the Indian cuisine. Cuisine, it's not cousin or cuisine. It's cuisine. That's how it's pronounced. So cuisine is a method of cooking and which belongs to a particular place. That's called cuisine. He also regrets that he had been fussy about food and wasn't experimental. That means he didn't want to, experience or experiment and try out things. See, we have experimental way of education also. That's one of our methodologies. You have to experiment, to learn something new, to try something new, to do something new, to teach something new. Okay? So he decides to be less choosy and enjoy more. So what a beautiful story. See, it's only because of the friends, his peers, PEERS, his classmates, that he could, review his decision, and he could change and modify himself into a better human being. All right. So children, out here, what I would like you to do is, you are going to pick up, the activity for this. I know final exams are knocking, but then you should also have little bit of relaxation time, little bit of me time, little bit of activity time. So for this, I ask you to choose your state's food your most famous food from your state and write a paragraph on it describing about what are the ingredients used in it, why is it famous, when it is served, how often is it cooked at home. So that is your activity related to the chapter called the feast. And I love drawing, so you must have a beautiful illustration also to that, a picture with whatever you're writing. So that takes care of your English paragraph writing, that takes care of your drawing, yes, that takes care of your grammar, that takes care of your logic, right? So everything is connected. The activity related to this would be, you are going to write a paragraph on the most famous meal of your state. Like I am from West Bengal, so I am going to write a paragraph about the most famous meal, which is very, very common in every household. Now it can be a vegetarian item, it can be a non-vegetarian item. Okay, it is at your discretion. The decision is yours. Alright, so that is it. It's a fun activity. I know exams are knocking, but this is also something interesting, right? So bye, take care, and see you tomorrow again in the live class for English. Bye-bye.